Corey Holcomb, Anton Daniels, two grown-ass men out here got the internet going crazy, showing out on the internet, man. Let's get into the video, y'all. Shout out to Celebrity Junk. Let's go.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. For many of you brothers that reached out to me by email about what is going on with Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels, I'm living in East Africa, and I happened to not find out about it until a little bit later. And I went and then I examined parts of the show. There was a larger disagreement with, I would say largely when Anton Daniels told Corey Holcomb that he sucks the D of black people. That did not
was
end
crazy.
well. And you can watch, many other people's videos for that here on Black YouTube if you so desire. What I will deal with is what happened towards Anton Daniels' exit. Okay.
Now, before he gets into the video, I just want to add some context. So I was following Anton Daniels. I was actually subscribed to his Patreon page, but I've since unsubscribed, and I've been unsubscribed to the Patreon. I would say that, and what's crazy is I've been like following him for about the last 2 years, and he just stumbled on my YouTube feed one day, and I just watched one of his videos. I was like, okay, seems like an intelligent brother. He always classifies himself as the C student, and a lot of times that does show. But I think for me, it's just like the cockiness. Now I get that he's he bleeds America, like he is America to his core. So, all that extra stuff, he ain't really with it. But sometimes he can just be a little bit too cocky. And the thing he doesn't sometimes understand is that YouTube, in a way, is a job. Because when he said to him that you have a boss, and he was like, I don't have no boss. Well, in a way you do. Because you're on this platform and you're making videos, and you have to stay within the confines of their rules. And if you disobey those rules, man, they're going to pack you up. They're going to get you up out of here. So you do got a boss to a degree. But yeah, I was like, man, I think I got enough of what I need to get, from his content and stuff like that. So.
And this is what happened.
Study this episode.
Shout out to the
Caucasian males.
Shout out to the. I'm not gonna on nobody.
Yeah, you
Shout
shit on
Chat.
black people. You shit on mother.
I feel like I shit on you. To your face. To your face.
Be
Shout out-
careful on me, because
shout
I
out
feel
to
like
the
you
chat.
talking again.
I'm not talking. I'm
Well,
telling
be
you.
careful.
I'm telling you.
You shit on me to my face, but that shit will
Corey,
lead to some
would
danger.
we please stop the
Trust me.
the tough talk? I got security. You got security. Ain't
Homie,
nobody
I ain't got security. Them my people.
cool. Them your
You
security
gotta
people.
hire a mother to be with you.
Absolutely. I'm always gonna hire somebody. To
You better.
100%.
How you be talking?
Corey, stop talking tough. Stop talking.
Homie,
tough.
you
just said that.
I'm
you're
not
even
talking tough.
guy.
I'm talking to you straight up.
Why are you so?
You
easily
said you
triggered?
disrespected me in my face. And then you act like it was all
said that I
good.
disrespected you to your face. So I'm confirming what you said. You felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologized when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you
But you still
disrespected me
triggered
in
by
my
it
face.
because you don't accept the apology because
You
you
still talk
feel
about
some type of
everybody
way.
else except yourself and
No,
white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologize. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why you so easily offended? We
You
chopped
still
it up
talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing with
because I'm right. See what I'm
I'll
saying?
be around and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
It don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down.
You're
So you proved the
hypocritical.
point.
You're hypocritical.
Homie, just gone, man.
You hypocritical,
Just gone,
bro.
man.
You
Just gone.
hypocrite. I'm about to jet.
You done did this
He's
before. Get your,
hypocrite. And I.
hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your ass the phone and walk over there with your bodyguard and your. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your.
You proved my point.
I got to do.
You're right.
Don't bring up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on. Remember I told you that. If you got a what you explain, don't ask her to be on my show. Can she be on the show? I don't know that.
He went off on buddy.
Now get your whole ass on and pay for your like you got to. Okay.
I don't know if it's me, but why Corey Holcomb sound like Steve Harvey a little bit? I'm not the only one that feels that way or thought that. Like, he do be sounding like Steve Harvey. But yeah, this escalated and it didn't even have to get like this. It's crazy.
Yes.
So why is this important? I really thought about making this video a lot. I've talked to Anton off camera. I have spoken to Anton Daniels' wife. I have no problem with Anton Daniels or his wife or his daughter. He's a very hardworking content creator. But here is something that Anton Daniels is going to have somewhat of an issue with if this is true. Number one, Anton Daniels has been on Fresh and Fit. I couldn't find the clip, but he's admitted online that, hey, he's been messaging ladies in the Instagram, and some chick wanted to do something. I forgot exactly what it was, but
it is amazing how having money can just change your life, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Chicks just be coming out the woodwork. They see you all over social media and they just like, yo, I need to shoot my shot. So I'm gonna shoot my shot. And you gotta have a lot of discipline to just be like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta stand on what you preach. He good for saying that, he been married for X amount of years to his wife, 20-something years, and they do this, they do that. You got to stand on that, buddy. Got to stand on that.
He didn't admit to it at that particular time that he is, maybe having an extramarital affair. He didn't say that, but, obviously he was making some hints that it was some chicks in his inbox and he was talking with them. That's number one. Number two, he brought some young lady to the podcast with Corey Holcomb.
He brought Mika with him.
Let me just tell you this. As a person who has my own podcast on my Kangana channel, this is not uncommon. Dudes show up to podcasts with side chicks. They show up to podcasts with, girlfriends, stuff like that. Sometimes wives, but usually side pieces. And it's nothing wrong with that if you are a person that is like, let's say, for example, me, Corey Holcomb, that's a person that's single, openly talks about being single, tricking or whatever. The issue with Anton Daniels operates on a very high moral ground, a moral high horse.
Yeah, he talks like
about
I said,
being married for 20 years, staying with the same woman for so long, being a father to his daughter, okay? And that other people do not know as much as what he knows. He prides himself on this stuff. Now, here you are showing up to the podcast of Corey Holcomb with somebody that is not obviously your wife, okay? Because Anton Daniels' wife, from what I understand, is never on anybody's podcast, which
you hardly see her.
Lets the world believe that, okay, if you have ladies on your show or on your live streams, and again, Anton Daniels and Lapeef, they've always had very attractive, very beautiful women on their podcast. So now what people can say is, okay, well, if this is true, then is this what's been going on the whole entire time? And because you left with the girl, she was there with you, it's obvious that people are going to be able to put two and two together that you're having an extramarital relationship. Now again,
and you see, this is where things kind of get a little shaky, a little dangerous, because for you and her, it might just be business, but for the general public, their perception is like, oh, you smashing, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it gets a little bit crazy. Now, I understand if your wife, she ain't really too much with the being in the public eye, being on camera, stuff like that. She'd rather be behind the scenes. And for guys in this space where they do podcasts and they make face-to-face content and stuff, having a beautiful woman there, it helps to sell the brand. Because when you think about stuff like this or just anything, to market anything to mostly like men, having a beautiful woman there is going to intrigue people's interest, if that makes sense, when you get to the psychology of it. But it's just sad because like it may just be business only. Like it might not be that, but you know how I get with the public.
I don't know that this is for sure, but this is what Corey is saying. And I know that from being in a podcast situation, having my own podcast, that this is what content creators do. They come to different cities with somebody. It is very possible if he's flying out to LA for a podcast, tell your wife, look, I'm gonna go on the Corey Holcomb show, fly your side chick in from everywhere else, Miami, it could be a chick that, hey, look, trying to get on the Corey Holcomb show. I'm gonna see if I can get you on there, come through with me, clap them up.
Man, telling your wife you flying your side chick over to LA is crazy.
And now this is the situation you're going in, and you criticize people for doing the same thing all the time. And now people are going to see that this is what you are faced with. And I don't think that Corey got any reason to lie that this is what Anton Daniels did. And this was Anton Daniels' behavior that particular day. I gotta warn content creators, such as Anton Daniels, such as anybody else, that when you are out here selling a particular ideology about yourself,
you gotta stand on that.
Wealthy man, whether you are a Christian, whether you are a conservative, whether you are married, whether you are whatever else, okay? And when you are a cultural critic of everybody else, about what everybody else is doing, and you are sneaking around doing what you're doing on the side, especially bringing your other chicks around podcast hosts, especially somebody like, I would say, somebody like Corey Holcomb, who automatically, if he don't like you, he gonna most likely come out and expose it. I mean, you see what happened with Cam Newton, and that was nowhere nearly as bad as this. If you have that and you start to get their reputation, even other people will just start talking behind the scenes. It's what content creators do, all right? A lot of stuff that happens in this business, y'all don't know. There's a guy right now that's one of the biggest content creators on this continent, and behind the scenes, on camera, everybody loves him. Behind the scenes, he gotta be the most hated guy. One of the most hated guys amongst content creators that I know here on the continent, by far. Nobody would know it. If he shows up to somebody's city, it's certain people that just really won't deal with him no more. But people talk. So then what happens is when you come out and you stand on your videos and you talk about America and you talk about, all of this stuff, and you're a Christian and you love the Lord, and this is a Christian country and you're American first, and you use the fact that you are married, and then we come to find out that you out here booty clapping it up with somebody else, then all you got to do is fall out with Fresh and Fit for them to come out there and say the same thing.
But you know what typically happens in situations like this, and this is what most people will do, the easiest of cop-outs, which is nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. That is usually what people tend to say when they doing something that they know they shouldn't be doing, and they like to preach the gospel that, oh, this ain't right. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. This is how you gotta, walk in the path of righteousness and stuff like that. But then you out here, you got dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they'll say, oh, I ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. You right. So then you got to really retract a lot of the stuff that you say. You got to be like, yeah, man, I was tripping, man. I know I was saying all of that stuff, but, I'm not perfect. So, but you can't, because it hurts your brand. You feel me?
All you got to do is fall out with Charleston White for them to come out and say the same thing. All you got to do is fall out with somebody else, and then next thing you know, you got pictures, okay? Then your wife can find out about it. If this is what you say it is or not, I'm not sure. And I can't confirm or deny this is the case, but this is what happens with content creators. Content creators use podcast visits to clap. It's a way to travel. You ain't gotta worry about your wife being there, your girlfriend being there. You can write it off. I mean, all of that is what you can do. You're in LA, okay? And again, it just
have her sign an NDA.
Okay? Now then what happens is, and again, like Anton is on the white right a little bit, but he does have a mixture of a black audience. So that's one thing that's good. But all it takes is for a little bit of that, and then for you to get into it with some white liberals, because the fall of Anton Daniels may not happen because of what he's saying about blacks. That might not necessarily be the case. The fall of Anton having problems may largely come about from just other people in the community. Like, all you gotta do is just make some people mad. And what I'm saying is, white liberals, like, piss them off. Then they go and people actually start digging. people start looking for the information. People start trying to go to Instagram. People start trying to, and then all you gotta do is have the lady herself come out and say it. Like, all of this stuff could be career ending. It leads in divorce. It leads in tragedy. It leads in all of this. So then now all of a sudden, the same thing that happened to Derek Jackson happens to you. What does that mean? That means you're going around saying that you're an expert in political issues, or a commentator. In this case, Derek Jackson was an expert, and you were criticizing men for doing one thing, and then now you're doing another. All it takes is somebody big to get a hold of it, Tasha K. Because, you know, Anton, he's getting a lot of clout, right? So, you know, you're on the internet all the time. You're going viral all the time. Not everybody likes the fact that you're going viral all the time, okay? And then once that happens to you, you're licked, okay? And again, this is not me trying to embarrass anybody, but it was already mentioned by Corey. Let's say, for example, if I got this information, I would never put that information out, despite the fact that I've been disappointed with, you know, some of the stuff Anton's been doing. I would not put it out, just because I've had a personal relationship with the guy to a certain degree. I've called him. You know, I'm not gonna be able to come out and just say something like that. I just wouldn't. Okay. However, since Corey put it out there, yes, this money, this fame, this all of this stuff, and whatever else that you plan on, you know, on YouTube as a social media content creator, it doesn't look good. And I'm not trying to say that none of us are perfect, because I damn sure ain't. But it looks bad. It looks horribly bad. It looks terribly bad. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk.
All right, so that's the end of the video, y'all. But yeah, he didn't really make mention of anything about a divorce or anything like that. I don't think it'll get that far into it. I would hope not. I mean, because that would just be, you know, tragic for him. But like I said, the thing with Anton, sometimes he's, you know, very cocky in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's Mr. Untouchable, and like he's the like a mob boss on YouTube, you know, and he just can't be touched. But what you got to understand is, just as quick as you got all of this stuff, it can go away. You know, YouTube can flip the switch and change up the whole algorithm, and your views start depleting, and now you're not getting that YouTube bag. And I know YouTube is a good chunk of your money. I know you own properties, or you say you own like 12 properties, 40 properties, however many you own, but you know, that's YouTube, that's a different type of money. I know you would feel that. So you just gotta know what to say and what not to say. But anyway, y'all get down in the comments. Make sure you like, sub to the channel. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Yeah, it's your boy Robbie. It's the end of the video, y'all. Let's go.